With the invention and progression of artificial intelligence, also known as AI, there are a lot of positive things and positive impacts it could, like I said, it could make within society as a whole. One of those things is the ability to affect homelessness in a positive way. Now, right now, artificial intelligence is in its infancy, but the thing is, I want you to think about the possibilities, because the one thing about artificial intelligence is that it gives us the ability to not only be creative, but to now look at what we thought was impossible, and it now has become possible, like the possibility of ending housing crisis, ending food shortages, ending the economic crisis, where as the economy goes down, a lot of people are affected, some end up homeless, and then the economy rises, those people go back to work, but a certain segment of society is naturally getting kicked to the curb as the economy goes down. So how could artificial intelligence assist the homeless community? Well, there's a couple of things, and I'd like to point out a program. It's called Homeless Entrepreneur. I've been working with them for about a year now. This June will be about a year. And one of the things about them is that they are teaching the homeless that actually want to go out there and want to do something with their life, that want to get out of their situation and help them make a better life for themselves. Also, those that are at the lower echelons that could very well be homeless, those that are impoverished. Homeless entrepreneur helps them out as well. And how does it help them out? Well, one thing is it's embracing the digital economy. In the last 2 years of being homeless, the one thing that I notice is that all of these services that are being offered to the homeless are on an old system that is broken and is no longer functional. The new system is the digital economy, the integration of artificial intelligence into the digital economy, whether it be in content creation or whether it be creating products, business plans. AI has a lot of different implications that it can have. But as far as the homeless community, one of the things that we struggle with most is once you get to a certain point, there is no hope, there is no opportunity, there is no way for you to be able to get out, whether it's because of coming out of a drug addiction and now you're trying to put your life back together, you kind of screwed a lot of things up, or whether it be that you're dealing with mental health issues, and so therefore you need something that's going to be catered to you, to where you can work and still be productive but still have the mental health days that you need, not to go out and play, but to sit back and work on yourself so that you don't have to take so many mental health days in the future. But with the invent of artificial intelligence and what they're now starting to call web 3.0, is what it does is it gives you the opportunity to use your creativity to create human inspired products that will be able to go out into the marketplace, to be able to build a community and things like that. The way for homeless to be able to panhandle and raise money now, unless they're using QR codes or giving their Cash App tag, most people don't have cash on them to be able to help them. So as one opportunity gets closed, another opportunity gets opened. And so as a homeless person, would I rather have the opportunity to stand on a street corner with a sign and make a few bucks, or would I rather have an opportunity to go into the digital economy and to use artificial intelligence as a partner in my full progression? Do I want that? Which one would I prefer to have? And at the end of the day, I would prefer to have the opportunity with web 3.0 and artificial intelligence and the digital economy, because as the economy goes up, people will give more money when you're panhandling, but as the economy goes down, people give less money when you're panhandling. And so therefore you have to go with the ebb and flow, versus being able to carve your own way and to be able to create some sort of community, and a community that wants your novelty products. Is something that, as homeless, part of the way that we raise money is to be social, to interact with people, to let people know this is our story, this is what we're trying to do, this is where we're trying to go. And people will see that and go, okay, well, we want to help this person and move that way. Well, you still have the ability to do that on the digital platform in a different way, instead of being focused on your region, because economics is regional. Cincinnati's economy may be down in the dumps, but if you go to St. Louis's economy, it may be hustling and bustling, and they have a worker shortage. So the economy is regional. Whereas being able to get into the digital economy for the average homeless person, it gives them the opportunity to increase their law of averages by spreading out the overall liability. So instead of being in that region and hoping that the economy is good enough for you to survive, you are now tapping into the whole globe, those that are interested in your subject, in your story, in what it is that you're doing. Okay, so how does this help the homeless, and how does it actually push them in a place where they can actually be functional, and this could actually end homelessness? Because here's the thing, as we start looking at more like homeless prevention programs, something like the digital economy, Web 3.0, making money online using artificial intelligence, will be something that will help you stem the downward the downward trajectory you're on. Because here's the way that it works when you to become homeless. It's not like all of a sudden one day you lose your job and you're homeless. No, you lose your job, then you lose your place, then you couch surf, then you live in your car, and then as you lose things, then you end up out on the street. Because as you keep going down, the mental and emotional toll becomes debilitating to the point where you're not even really able to be functional. Whereas if you have hope and say, okay, we see that you're backsliding. Okay, you've lost your job, you've lost your place. Now you're surfing. You're surfing on your friend's couch. Now let's put a 3 month or a 6 month or even a 1 year plan together on how you're going to turn your life around, offer something productive to humanity. Because with everything becoming digital, this is something that the homeless will have the market cornered on, because we've got survival skills, we've got life experiences, and we've got plenty of stories and things to be able to share along with people, to be able to bring them into the fold, as far as bringing into our community. And so the thing is as the economy moves forward, as we move closer to 2030, as a person, you're going to have to wrap your mind around whether you're about to be homeless, you're homeless, or you're thinking that you might be homeless and you're just trying to prevent your homelessness. The thing that you need to really wrap your head around is when well, let me use a story. Okay, when I watched this show, it's called The Good Place, and one of the final episodes, as they closed the whole series down, was that now everybody was able to get to heaven. And so now that more and more people got to heaven, and they got to live an eternity of getting anything and everything that they wanted, because this is what artificial intelligence represents, in the whole, is it offers us the all of our dreams, all of the things that we want, because now we can use AR and VR to be able to go visit Paris without leaving the comfort of your own home and paying all those fees and all that other stuff. Because what you did is you bought a package that would allow you to go out there and visit. Okay, and so in the same way that in heaven, everybody was able to get everything they wanted, after a while you lose fulfillment, you lose purpose, you lose the joy of actually being there. Because at a certain point, we as humans, we like to be able to have we like to be able to have the challenge. But the thing is once everybody got to the point, like, I've been here for like 500 years, I'm done, I'm bored, I just, it's broken and I'm bored. And so what they did as a solution, and this is kind of like where we're going through as a society, is that they created an afterlife, not another afterlife, but they don't really tell you what happens. But essentially, I think what they're hinting at is that after you spend so long in heaven, you get bored, you want to come back down, you get reincarnated. Now that's just the gist of what it was that I was thinking that they were talking about. It's up to you to go watch the whole series yourself. But to use that in the same sense of artificial intelligence, is that we as humanity, as we start adopting it and it starts becoming an integral part of our life, all of our instant gratification, all of our deepest desires, all of the things that we want to know, the knowledge, the information, the ability to be a better person, to do all these different things, because there's all these different apps and programs and bots and agents and all that stuff that are coming out. You're going to want something authentic. Okay, and so that is what will be the future. It is not necessarily like, oh, I've got all this information, because all the information I could teach you versus, outside of my lived experience. You could go ask AI, how do I survive homelessness? It will tell you, it will give you a step-by-step instructions on how to survive homelessness, how to make a plan, how to get together, and then it will assist you during that process if you ask it. Okay, and so again, when you get to that point when you can have access to anything and everything you want, what is that one thing left that you crave? And that is the human creative spirit, the challenge of being able to figure things out. And so, whether it be a new way of doing things or something along those lines, as somebody that is in the workforce of the future, your job is not going to necessarily be, oh, I want to talk on this topic, oh, I want to talk on this niche. It's more about having that personalized connection between you and the other person, to be able to have that nuance, to be able to have community, to be able to have your own little tribe, to be able to have something that is authentic, something that was not created in a digital experience, but was created out of the chaos of life. And so that's what people will crave moving forward. And so, whether you're homeless, about to be homeless, you're preparing for homelessness, whether you're just trying to position yourself for the future, it does not matter. If you're trying to match yourself and kind of push yourself in a specific direction, one of the things that you really need to consider is learning the digital economy, understanding how AI can be integrated into it, and then using that as a force to move you forward, to become a solopreneur. Because as artificial intelligence automates the job force, I mean, corporations are starting to do mass layoffs because of their integration into artificial intelligence, and it's creating a lot of chaos, and it's putting a lot of people out of work. And so if you're going to be out of work and you can't find a job because the robots took your job instead of the illegal aliens, now it's the robots. Okay, so now we have a new enemy, and you're going to have one tribe go, no robots, and you're going to have the other tribe go, we love robots. And it's just like we do with left and right on abortion. Okay, one is for it, one is against it, and then that's just their full rally cry. Okay, so regardless of where you're going to be, you need to be able to adopt this. Now, I'm a beginner at understanding AI. I do have a little bit of an IT background because I did it as a career for a while, and I even went to school for it. But I kind of forgot a lot of that. And artificial intelligence and the way that things have progressed since XP, which is when I was in the IT field, leaps and bounds. All that old knowledge, it just gives me a basic understanding. But what I'm inviting you to do is come join in my story. I'm a beginner. I'm going to make a lot of mistakes. You can learn from my mistakes, see the authenticity of like what works, what doesn't work. Because one of the number one complaints that I hear from people is that most of this is hype and all this other stuff, but there's nothing real behind it. And that's really what I want to bring to you guys. So if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. And I do Tuesday through Friday. I do an 11 a.m. and an 8 p.m. Live stream to update you on my 30-day AI challenge to make $500. I've made almost $100 on it right now. With that being said, you can also catch my live content, or excuse me, my long form content on Wednesdays, Fridays, or excuse me, on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Okay, and that gets released around 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. So Eastern Standard Time. All these are Eastern Standard Time. But you should come join me if you want to help support me on my journey to reach that 500 goals of $500 in 30 days. Come on over to my shop, aihomesteader.com, and I've got some postcards and some other things up there. Or you can come over to my Patreon, which I have some other stuff. I'm still migrating over there. But anyways, guys, thanks for being here, and I hope to see you in the next one.